सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ओम नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यंबकाय त्रिपुरांतकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकंठाय मृत्युंजयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ओम समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Hari Om, salutations to all. Ardhanarishwara stotram explains that this whole creation is the dance of Bhagavan Shiva and Mother Parvati. In the seventh verse that we see today, this is described that how the dance of Mother Parvati is the dance of creation and the dance of Bhagavan Shiva is the dance of destruction. And a combination of both these is how the Srishtikram goes on, the cycle of creation goes on. And the dance is also called differently. The name of each of the dances also is very different. We will see that. So, this is the verse for today. प्रपंच सृष्ट्युन्मुखलास्य कायै समस्त संहारक तांडवाय जगज्जनन्यै जगदेकपित्रे नमः शिवायै च नमः शिवाय. So prapancha, this world is called as prapancha. Why is it called prapancha? Because it is made up of five elements, pancha mahabhuta. That is one meaning. So prapancha srishti, the whole creation has manifested how unmukha lasya kayai, from the face of Mother Parvati, and that dance is called as lasya. We will come to those deeper aspects. Unmukha does not mean necessarily only the face. Unmukha also means inclined towards or ready for. So the whole Srishti is ready because of the dance of Mother Parvati. Prapancha Srishti Unmukha Lasya Kayai. In Lasya Kayai, so Lasya is the gentle, graceful dance that is associated with the Divine Mother, and she is the form of that dance, and the dance is how that's a dance is expressing through her form. So Unmukha Lasya Kayai. Samasta Samharaka Tandavaya. So the Tandava dance is the dance of Bhagwan Shiva. So Lasya is of Mother Parvati and Tandava is of Bhagwan Shiva. And what does that represent? Samasta Samharaka. One who destroys everything through that Tandava dance, that dissolution and destruction, so that fierce, or what we also call as Rudra Rupa Bhagwan, is manifesting through that dance. So there are different types of Tandava. Ananda Tandava is there. This Rudra Tandava is there. Like the different types of Tandava are there. In this context, the dance is meant to indicate the contrast, which is the destruction. Jagat Jananyai Jagadeka Pitre. To the one who is the mother of the whole universe and to the one who is the father, Namah Shivaya cha, Namah Shivaya. Salutations to both of them. So, this dance of Mother Parvati is called as Lasya. In Sanskrit, La and Sa in certain contexts are interchangeable. Lasati, Las Dhatu means to shine. In the whole Srishti is, if we see the dance of matter, energy. Even science will say energy is in motion. Our senses can't see, so we see everything tangible, but otherwise it is continuously vibrating and there is a certain motion that happens. So, the dance of Mother Parvati, so La and Ra, I was saying, is interchangeable. So that's why Las and Ras, when we associate Ras with Krishna Bhagavan, it is actually also Las. Lasati means to shine. And that Ras Leela of Bhagavan Krishna is most glorious depiction of Brahma Jnana, of self-realization. So last year, I came to it from there, that the dance of Mother Parvati is soft, graceful, and generative, meaning it is the source of the Srishti, and it represents manifestation of the Maya Shakti, unfolding of the creation, and there are many beautiful references which are given for the dance of the Divine Mother. See, Natya Shastra very nicely says, Lasyam namatu yat proktam tadutpannam uma mukhat. That which is called as Lasya, that's a specific name of the dance, type of dance also. Like we said, it is generative, creative, graceful. That is from the face of Mother Uma. And that's why the word in the seventh shloka also says Unmukha. That is one of the meanings. So Lasyam Namatu Yat Proktam, what is called as Lasya, the graceful dance, was revealed by Mother Parvati. And again, Skanda Puran says, Tandavam natati shambhuhu sa chalasyam prapadyate. Tandavam natati shambhuhu. That Bhagavan Shiva's dance is Tandava, and Lasyam cha sa chalasyam prapadyate. And the Divine Mother, her dance is called as Lasya. Tayo Nritya Jagat Sarvam, beautiful. Their dance is this whole Srishti. So Bhagavan Shiva and Mother Parvati dancing together, this is whole Srishti. For the devotee, it is literally also the bhav is that both of them are dancing together. Bhagavan Shiva doing his Tandava Nritya and Mother Parvati doing her Nritya. Jagat Janani and Jagat Pita, both of them dancing. And then their dance is nothing but this whole Srishti. The whole Srishti is matter and energy, the play of matter and energy. Matter and consciousness. Energy and matter are same, Prakriti only, and consciousness is Shiva, Purusha. So, this whole Srishti is the dance continuously happening. All of us also know that everything here is changing, continuously changing, and the substratum of that is the changeless consciousness. That changeless is appearing as the changing. And one can see the dance. Dance also is where we are the dancers in that sense, and Bhagavan is making us dance. That's a philosophical meaning of it. But otherwise, if we see, the Srishti is a combination of Purusha and Prakriti, change and the changeless, matter and consciousness. And so, Tayo Nritya Jagat Sarvam Sancharati Achalam Sthiram. And this Achalam and Sthiram Sancharati. is moving and non-moving, they all are directed by Bhagwan and Mother Parvati. So this the dance of both of them. Then it is also said that Mother Kali, we associate Rudra Tandava with Bhagwan Shiva, and yes, in this context, specifically Rudra Tandava, the dance of destruction is attributed to Bhagwan Shiva and the dance of creation to Mother Parvati. But like I said, both of them have the other form also. Like Bhagwan also does Ananda Tandava. And the Divine Mother also does her dance specifically after she kills Mahishasura. Um, Sa Chandika Chandataram Babhuva Nanada Chasau Balavadbalam Han Tato Jagadvyaptamidam Tadanim Dudravaloka Sakala Samantat. So Mother Kali became extremely fierce after killing, not only after killing, for killing her, for killing this Asura only, Mahishasura. And so she roars mightily and strikes down the whole army, and she is doing her Raudra Natya. Even the Devatas are scared of her at that point in time. And what happens? That is when Bhagwan Shiva comes, lies down on the ground, and then she is putting her feet on Bhagwan Shiva. That is the fierce dance that she engages in, and that is what is the famous portrait depicted where Shivji is at the feet of Mother Kali. So that is another aspect of the dance of the Divine Mother. And there is one episode where the Tripura Samhara happens. That we will take up when we see Bhagwan Shiva's Tandava. Um, it is interestingly said that the Divine Mother is named in Lalita Sahasranam. How? Nritya Priya, Natya Ranjani, and Nritya Ranjita. These are different names of the Divine Mother, Lalita Tripura Sundari. Sorry, that is not Natya Ranjini, that is Natya Ragni. Natya Ragni, Queen of Dance. So, beautifully, the names are also describing her glorious qualities. And Annapurna Devi, she also, it is said, danced once in Varanasi as Annapurna Devi when the drought, etc., was tormenting people, troubling people. There was no food for people to eat. Then this Divine Mother, Annapurneti Vikhyata Nityanandakari Shubhe, Nityagrita Priyetyevam Sa Devi Parikirtita. So known as Annapurna, she is a bestower of eternal bliss. That auspicious goddess is celebrated as one who loves dance and song, and she was very happy when she nurtured and nourished by manifesting the food, destroying the sorrows of people and bringing them great joy. So she was also very happy. So this is about the dance of the Divine Mother, and we see the dance happening in the whole Srishti in different ways. Now, what is the dance of Bhagavan Shiva called? That is called as the Tandava Nritya. And this Tandava Nritya is together the dance of the mother and the Lord is called Ardhanarishwara Nritya also. When both of them are dancing, that is called Ardhanarishwara Nritya. When we say both of them are dancing, one can understand it in the form of both of them dancing independently also, and both of them dancing in the Ardhanarishwara Rupa also. So, The dance of Bhagwan Shiva is the Tandava Nritya. The most famous is the pose of Nataraja. And Bhagwan is also called as Nataraja. Nata is the actor. Raja is the king of actors. Bhagwan is the puppeteer, we are the actors, we are the puppets in that sense. He is the king. And that famous pose is of Tillai Nataraja in Chidambaram. So here, the Tandava Bhagwan, as I said, Bhagwan also has Rudra Tandav, Anand Tandav. So the Tandava Bhagwan Shiva is also connected with that same Darukavan story. When the sages have gone to this Darukavan, when Bhagwan went to Darukavan to humble the sages and to give them Atmagnan, these, as we know the story, they attacked Bhagwan. They thought that their wives got enchanted with the Bhikshu Rupa Bhagwan. These sages got enchanted with the Mohini form. Their ritual got disturbed. And they all blamed it from the time that Bhikshu has come, all this is happening. So they attacked Bhagwan. So when they attacked Bhagwan, they sent these wild beasts, serpents, weapons, elephant, tiger, all that they throw at him. That time also Bhagwan does Tandav. And effortlessly, they are attacking him and he is doing the Tandav. And he is holding the deer, he is killing this elephant, killing the tiger, making their skin, wearing it around him, and his Tandava is going on. So that is one uh, movement which is which is representing destruction also. When this elephant and the tiger etc. are being killed, but more importantly, what is being destroyed is the pride of these Darukavan rishis, their false notion that karma can lead me to the ultimate. And what is the notion of ultimate? Go to Swarga, that's all. Swarga kamo yajeta. So they want to go to Swarga and enjoy there. Bhagwan destroys that wrong notion, because even if you go and enjoy it, it is what? Temporary pleasure. Again, Shrine Punya Martya Lokam Vishanti. So what is the way to fulfillment? Only through Atmagyan. So in that destruction, Bhagwan destroyed their pride, destroyed their false notion, destroyed their dependency on karma, and of course finally he gave the Upadesha of Atmagyan. So that is the Tandava. And here it is also said that looking at that fierce dance of Bhagwan, Tandava, Mother Parvati also joined him in Lasya. And so both of them danced. Why? The beautiful aspect of this two combination is very essential to understand. It's not just for poetic expression or symbolism. Creation and destruction have to happen together. If there is only creation, there will be a big chaos in this Srishti. Because only creation, there will be no place, there will be nothing, no proper resources, it will be just chaotic. So, when we understand this Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, they are the cycle of creation. They are very, very important. Each of them is important for the other. If one of them only is there, there is a problem. If only the dance of the Divine Mother, which is Srishti, then there will be a lot of problem. And if, because endless expansion is just creation going on and on and on and on. And if there is only dance of destruction, once that creation is there, then the dance of destruction happens, it got destroyed. Now nothing new will come. It will lead to blank. Of course, that entity who is creating that is there, but apart from that, nothing, no Srishti at all. So both these dances have to happen, and they are not happening sequentially. We think it is happening creation, then sustenance, then destruction. No. Every minute it is happening, and in this combination, if you see actually deeper, these are so lovely insights of Ardhanarishwara stotram. There is no sthiti in this implied. One thinks that no, Swamiji, Srishti and Samhara sthiti is implied. It is not implied because Srishti and Samhara is happening together. Drishta Nashta Swabhavaha is what it is. As we see, also it is getting destroyed. The creation, the sthiti is hardly, there is nothing. Create, destroy, create, destroy, create, destroy. It goes on happening. No sthiti at all. But the Maya of the Divine Mother and Bhagavan is such. We are thinking sthiti is there. If you see the definition that Shankaracharya ji gives, of Jagat, is very beautiful. That Jagat description is exactly the dance of Mother Shiva, Mother Parvati and Bhagavan Shiva. What is that? Jayate, Gachati, Tishtati, Iva. That Iva is very important. Jayate, Gachati, it is born and it dies. Tishtati, Iva, as though it stays. And there is no staying. That staying only is a mithya. No, Swamiji, the standard, we experience it. We are there or not, objects are there or not, this many years somebody has lived, somebody has created such a legacy, this, that. Sthiti is there. Oh, that is the mithya. What is not there but which appears to be, that is the myth. Every single moment, so many cells in the body are created, destroyed, and they die. But we are not even aware. We think the body is same body. It is not same body. No, same jiva. No, so many thoughts have come, gone. Mindset has changed. Somebody was an atheist earlier, today is a believer and become great bhakta also. It goes on changing. Every single minute also is too much. The lowest, meaning the smallest, not lowest, the smallest unit of time is kratu. 1/34,000th of a second. Even that, meaning time itself is going on, changing. Everything will change and they get destroyed in time, created in time. It goes on happening. The play of time is creation, destruction. No sthiti in between. That sthiti is a limitation of our senses and our understanding, both. So the dance of the Divine Mother and Bhagavan is this continuous dance of creation and destruction, and that is what is happening. Now, Bhagavan's dance, as I said, is called as Nataraja. So, who is Nataraja? So, this beautiful symbolism is given. He is the king of all the dancers, and Nataraja is, Bhagavan has Abhay Mudra, 4 hands in that form as Nataraja. Some places they show more also, but actually 4 is what we see. So one hand is that Abhay Mudra, one hand will be like this, one hand will be like this. Then there will be the fire in one hand and there will be one Damaru. So like this, when Bhagavan is standing, this is the Abhay Mudra, granting fearlessness, protection. I am there. Think about that, huh? What lovely assurance Bhagavan is giving. Don't be scared. Even if destruction is happening, I am there. Bhagavan only is there in the form of that destruction also, and he is there with us through that destruction. We are speaking bhakti standpoint, even jnana standpoint, if you see, illusion gets destroyed, truth will never get destroyed. That truth is satyam, is consciousness, abadhita, trikala abadhita, past, present, future, it will never get destroyed. So Bhagavan is assuring with that hand, I am there, don't worry. Tremendous destruction we see, and the fury of nature, if you see, terrific. We are nothing in front of the power of nature. Insignificant, absolutely insignificant. That is the destruction of Bhagavan Shiva manifesting through this Srishti. Through the nature, we see the destruction. But Bhagwan's hand is there. I am there with you. Don't worry. When we go through difficult times, when we go through something which we can't understand and so much sorrow is there sometimes, then we should remember this Abhay Hasta Bhagwan. Meditate on that, ki Bhagwan's grace is there. Even through this, something is getting destroyed, some negative karma, whatever is getting destroyed, Bhagwan is taking care of that. So I surrender to the will of the Supreme and do Ishwar Smaran. So one hand of protection, Abhay Mudra. Then I will come to the left hand, no, the right hand up. He is holding the Damru. That is the sound of creation again. So in the Nataraja Roop itself, there is the Damru, which is symbol of Sanskrit language, sound. And sound is what this whole Srishti is. So one aspect of that form also is referring to Omkar, referring to Shabda Brahma, referring to the Sanskrit language, which is Srishti. So Srishti on one hand, in one hand, and Pralay on the other hand. That is the fire he has in the left hand. So that Nataraja form itself shows that duality. But otherwise, we consider this that he has this Damaru and upper hand symbolizing fire. So through fire, so when third eye of Bhagwan opens, the whole Srishti will be destroyed. So that is destruction. This is Abhay Mudra. The Damaru is the creation. And this hand is pointing down like this. That is the symbol of Bhagwan's grace, where he is showing what has to be achieved in and through this. Why am I in this Srishti? Why am I born? Why did the Srishti happen? When these questions we have, this lower hand is showing that. What is it indicating? It is indicating that apasmara, this demon on whom Bhagwan is standing and doing this Tandava Nritya, that apasmara has to be killed. We are born for that. Until we are not able to destroy this ego, ignorance, avidya, this dance of creation and sustenance and destruction will go on. Meaning punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam. Again born, again die, again born. This cycle will go on. Interesting, na? That is, if we observe, even in that, what Shankaracharya ji said, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam. He did not say punarapi jananam, punarapi sthitihi, punarapi maranam. Sthiti he didn't say only. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. That's all. Birth, death. Birth, death. In fact, Upanishad says that person goes from death to death who sees duality. Mrityo samrityum apnoti ya iha nana eva pashyati. Kathopanishad says. If I see duality, meaning I live in that attitude of Jiva Bhav, Mrityo samrityum apnoti. Death to death one will go. Not birth to birth, death to death. While living also the life is death only. So the hand of Bhagwan is showing that. So that is the Gajahasta, which is pointing out, or also called as Karna Mudra. So that is pointing out to the 2 feet of Bhagwan. I spoke about 1 feet on which that apasmara is there. That apasmara is symbol of ego, but the second foot is raised. And what does that raised foot symbolize? That symbolizes refuge. So this hand is pointing down, saying, take my refuge and destroy this ignorance. So destruction of ignorance is the root, is the main purpose we have come. How will that happen? You take my refuge. So that raised foot is to indicate surrender. That Jiva surrenders to Ishvara, then that ignorance will be destroyed. So this is what the Chidambara Rahasya is. And there is the Prabhavali which is there, that is around Bhagwan Nataraja, that will also have fire, full. That is again symbolic of this cosmic cycle of creation and destruction continuously. There is fire, there is gap, fire, gap, fire, gap, fire, gap. So that gap is Srishti, fire is destruction. That is one meaning given. Other meaning is that fire is also fire of consciousness, meaning light of consciousness, and that consciousness only pervades the whole Srishti. So that these are beautiful meanings of the dance of Bhagwan. So Bhagwan does the Nataraja dance, the Tandava dance in the Nataraja form, and the mother does the divine dance of creation, that is the Lasya form. So today we will invoke Bhagwan through this. I'm not changing the form like I said earlier. We will use the same form so that it's not easy to keep on changing the forms. We will meditate on the same form, though it is speaking about dance. I'm not having a separate form showing the dance because there are forms like that available where the Divine Mother and the Father, through the dance, they are showing that form like they are standing in the Nataraja form, in the Lasya form, and all that. But we will use this simple form. The third line said that the Divine Mother and Jagadeka Pitre. So he is the Divine Father and she is the Divine Mother. Together the whole Srishti happens. So to them we salute. Father and mother meaning what? The material cause and the intelligent cause. That's the symbolism. All right. Sit erect. Close your eyes gently. Relax the shoulders. Let your hands be in your lap. Palms facing the sky. Come to a comfortable posture without any strain in any part of the body. Invoke gratitude in your heart. Thank Bhagwan for all the blessings as well as any difficulties that you have. Be grateful to Bhagwan for this opportunity to evolve. Think of any three blessings or three things that you are grateful for that happened yesterday. And thank Bhagwan for those three things that happened yesterday. Genuinely feel the gratitude in your heart. Suggest to the mind that for the next 25 minutes I am steady and still without any movement. I am alert, awake, and quiet. Bring your mind into that state of stillness and alertness. Let the body also be steady and still. Third auto suggestion: I am only a seeker, a devotee for the next 25 minutes, and my goal is self realization. Relax the body through simple, deep breathing. As I say she, take a deep breath, slow, steady, and deep breath. Do not hold the breath. And as I say va, exhale. She, va, she, va. E, va, e. E. Continue to breathe at your own pace. In the space between the two eyebrows or in your heart, visualize a circle of white light and invoke the auspicious form of your Sadguru, if you have one, or invoke the form of Bhagwan. Both are same. Feel that you are in front of the Sadguru with folded hands, with all Guru Bhakti, expressing gratitude and seeking guidance. We chant Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Offer some flowers at the feet of the Sadguru. Perform a pradakshina and come to prostrate in front of the Sadguru. Repose the form back into your heart. Invoke the auspicious form of Bhagavan Ardhanarishwara. The left side is the form of the Divine Mother with a golden crown studded with stones, diamonds. There are earrings on the top and the bottom part of the ear. She has a kumkum on her forehead, beautiful blue lotus-like eye, a nose ring, gentle smile, red and blue clothes the Divine Mother wears. There are golden ornaments around her neck. Golden bangles, bracelets on the wrists, two lotus, two lotuses she holds in her both hands, sitting in Padmasan with a tiger on her left side. The right side is Bhagwan Shiva with matted locks, long jata, with a crescent moon, the third eye and the three lines of vibhuti on the forehead. Bhagwan's neck is blue. He wears Rudraksha malas around the neck, on the chest. on the arms, on the wrists. There is a snake around his neck. Bhagwan wears elephant skin, sits on a tiger skin. His one hand is holding a damru and a trishul. The other hand is blessing us with fearlessness. He is also holding that hand in Jnana Mudra, giving us the supreme knowledge. And on his right side is the Nandi. This form of Bhagavan Ardhanarishwara, there is a garland around the neck of both the Divine Mother and Bhagavan Shiva. The whole creation and the entire destruction happens by the dance of Bhagavan, by the dance of the Divine Mother and Bhagavan Shiva. प्रपञ्चसृष्ट्युन्मुखप्लास्य कायै समस्तसंहारकताण्डवाय जगज्जनन्यै जगदेकपित्रे नमः शिवायै च नमः शिवाय. नमः शिवायै च नमः शिवाय. We will chant Om Ardhanarishwaraya Namaha 11 times. Om Ardhanarishwaraya Namaha. 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 Continue mentally. May we see the whole creation as the dance of the Divine Mother. It is the play of Prakriti enlivened by consciousness. May we see the whole creation, each and every being and thing as the appearance of consciousness as well as the form of the Divine Mother. Through her lasya, the Divine Mother creates gracefully, and through the Tandava, Bhagavan destroys. As we respect everyone and everything's divinity, our mind is filled with bhakti for Bhagavan. We, we surrender to that Bhagavan. At the same time, we also get Vairagya, that everything is perishing, changing, creation and destruction happen at the same time. May I see through the perishable nature of the world and turn to the imperishable. May all our attachments be destroyed by Bhagavan. May our ignorance be destroyed by Bhagavan. May the Divine Mother bring forth the creation where we see only oneness. May the Divine Mother's creation help me to evolve, to become fearless, humble, assertive, and peaceful. May her dance bless us with nurturing and nourishment at all levels. When new things happen, when good things happen, may I see the dance of the Divine Mother. When we face some disappointment, someone breaks our heart, or any other form of sorrow, may we see the play of the Divine Bhagwan, and know that some karma has got destroyed. May we know that in and through the fear of destruction, the pain and sorrow, Bhagwan is with me. Bhagwan never leaves us. He is in my heart. May we surrender to the Supreme. May we surrender to Bhagwan Ardhanarishwara. Dynamism and stillness, creation and destruction, they go hand in hand. May Bhagwan grant us this vision of non-duality and duality. May we be ready to depart when the time comes with the faith that Bhagwan is with me. And while we live here, may we live with gentleness, compassion, love, and kindness. Offer some flowers at the feet of Bhagwan Ardhanarishwara or on the lingam. Pour some water on the lingam. Wipe it with the cloth. Apply 3 lines of bhasma. In the middle line, apply some kumkum. Offer a garland around the lingam. Perform a pradakshina of Bhagwan and the linga. Prostrate in front of Bhagwan. Feel that the hand of Bhagwan and the Divine Mother are on you. Pervading your entire being with their grace. Repose the form back into your heart. Be aware of your breath. Be aware of your body. Be aware of the happenings around you. We pray for everyone's well-being. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. Sarve Santu Niramayah. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhave. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. Rub your palms, place them on the face, and gently open your eyes. Yes.
Hari Om Swamiji. While describing the form today, you said the bhasma applied on the forehead. Is it called Vibhuti or Bhabhuti?
It's
Sorry.
called Vibhuti only. In Gujarati, I don't know why people call Bhabhuti. I don't know if there's a meaning to that. But it is Visheshena Bhutihi. It is a special way of being where the destruction happens of the attachments and so the person shines in one's own glory.
Okay.
So it is called Vibhuti. I don't know the meaning of Bhabhuti, or is it a just a language modification, or does it have a meaning? No idea.
Okay. Thank you, Swamiji.
Hari Om Swamiji. My question was related to the form of Nataraja. Is it in the form of Ardhanarishwara or is it actually just Shiva?
Only Shiva.
So when you said creation, destruction, I mean, Nataraja seems to represent both Mata Parvati as well as Shivji. So I'm just wondering and I'm curious why it was not the Ardhanarishwara form. Thank you.
So Ardhanarishwara Rupa, there's a specific Leela why Bhagwan takes the Ardhanarishwara Rupa that we saw, na, the Bringi Rishi story and all that. Otherwise, we have to understand one thing, that any form is not possible without the blessing of without the presence of Shakti. Because we saw that also, the Shiva Tattva is infinite consciousness, there is no Srishti in that. And Srishti and Prakriti by itself, there is no capability. It is Jada Vastu. It can't even exist without Shiva Tattva as consciousness. So, if there is a form, that form is is a combination of Shiva and Shakti anyway. But when we indicate the specific form where one is worshipping in terms of the six different major forms, so Shaivites, Vaishnavites, Shaktas, the Ganapatyas, Sauryas, and Kartikeyas. So these are six major forms. Then the devotee will focus on that form for bhakti, for single pointedness. And so one of that forms of Bhagavan Shiva is Nataraja, where he is there as the ultimate source of creation, destruction, as well as so called sustenance in between. So the Nataraja form, through that fire, through the whole depiction, that one form is the source of everything, which includes Shakti also in that. Bhagavan does not take up the Ardhanarishwara Rupa for that. Ardhanarishwara form has a different purpose. So that is the reason. And when Shakti is there, then we have to understand the people who worship Shakti, the Shaktas. For them, Shakti is the supreme. There also Shiva is there. And her dance last year also that she does is part of, is possible only because Shiva Tattva is there. So one form one has to hold on to, and so that's why Bhagavan takes up specific forms uh, as Shiva to impart specific knowledge or for specific purpose. Like Dakshinamurti is for, giving the Atma Gyan through the Jnana Mudra, Mauna Vyakhyan. Ardhanarishwara Rupa is that Bringi Rishi, that Leela. Then we have Bhikshu Rupa, Digambara Rupa, like the different forms, different Leelas. Because Bhagavan can do, he can do everything with one form also. But devotees also like to see him in so many forms. So that's why Ardhanarishwara, as I said, there are dances shown with Ardhanarishwara Rupa. I don't know yet about that detailing. I have not gone through fully to know whether Bhagwan in the Puranas the dance form of Ardhanarishwara Rupa is there. The form of Bhagwan Ardhanarishwara I have read, that I know it is there. Bhagwan dancing as Ardhanarishwara, I have to find out yet. Um, but dancing as Nataraja, that definitely the scriptures they are saying, and then uh, that symbolism includes both creation and sustenance, creation and destruction. So that is clear.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. Hari Om.
Hari Om Swamiji. Hello, can you
Yes,
hear me?
I can hear you. Hari Om.
Hari Om. One thing which I think as far as I understand, there are so many upper branches of the this word. So Vibhuti is the upper branch of Vibhuti in Gujarati. That's what I I can understand as it is. And second thing, if you 2 days back somebody has asked on Pradosh, and you had told that remind me next day. So I am just reminding you whether it is possible to explain today or the other day.
Yes, so Pradosha is on the 13th Tithi. It will be observed very a day very dear to Bhagavan Shiva, and Pradosha is also the Kala, the time just before sunset, 2 hours before that around, is when that is called Pradosha Kala, and Bhagavan Shiva is worshipped on that day. Specifically during Pradosha Kal, Rudra Abhisheka is done, which pleases Bhagavan, and the devotee will fast on that day. So how for Bhagavan Vishnu, people do Ekadashi, prepare themselves to worship Bhagavan on Dwadashi. Dwadashi is the day of Bhagavan Vishnu. Like that, Trayodashi is dedicated to Bhagavan Shiva. And the devotee fasts on that day, and one does the worship of Bhagavan in the Pradosha Kala. Rudram Chamakam, if one can chant, that is ideal. If one can't chant Rudram Chamakam, you chant the 108 names of Shivji, that is the stotram. The Skanda Puran gives that. Shivo Maheshwara Shambhu Pinaki Shachishekaraha. And in that Falashruti, and that is given by Bhagavan Vishnu to Mother Parvati. When Mother Parvati asks Bhagavan that, Bhagavan Vishnu, she is asking that I love Shivji so much and I want to please him. What should I do? Then Bhagavan says, you chant this shloka, this 108 names in the shloka form. And that will please him also. And in the Falashruti of that, it is said, whoever chants this while doing the worship or the Abhishek of Bhagavan Shiva gets the punya of doing Rudra Abhishek. So if I don't know Rudram Chamakam, I can chant this while doing Abhishek or while doing Archana, whichever you like. So Pradoshakal worship is that evening time, dusk, just before the sunset. And it is generally said that that evening time is when Bhagavan comes with his ganas. Sunset time, just little before sunset time, he comes with his Rudra ganas and all the other ganas, and he is there in the Srishti going on. I mean, as though he is, taking a procession and taking a tour of this Srishti. That evening time is for Bhagavan Shiva. Specifically, if there's a legend associated with Pradosha, I will find out and I will tell you. It is there in Shiva Puran, I don't remember right now. If there is some legend or there is some description of the glory of this Pradosha Vrata, that I will tell you tomorrow. Where can we find 108 names of Lord Shiva to be chanted? On my channel it is there. Otherwise, you can even do the search on the Google also, you will find. I have a stotram, I will share on the WhatsApp group. On my channel, we have put a whole chanting of it also. 108 names in stotram form. There's a Dhyana shloka, then there is 108 names which are there. And then we conclude it with Karacharana Kritam Vak. Okay, last question for today. iPhone. Please write your names, Baba. What is this iPhone and Zoom?
Nay, I do not know why my name is not entered. I'm so very sorry. Hari Om, Swamiji.
Hari Om.
Actually, it is not related with the today's session class. I have a very personal question. I can't sit for long, for half an hour. 10 minutes is enough for me. Is that okay for meditation?
No problem. How much ever we can do, we should do that much. Always start small, grow big.
Because I have a severe backache, I can't sit for long.
So I don't know how you are sitting, but don't necessarily have to sit down. You can use a chair also, backrest
I
also.
am sitting on a chair. Even then, my back is with a backrest and all that, but I can't. You said to sit erect. I can't sit erect for long.
No problem. You be in a comfortable posture and do as much as you are comfortable with.
For 10 minutes, I'm okay, but after that, I become very restless.
No problem. Try only for 10 minutes. Gurudev always said in meditation, don't try length, try depth.
Thank you so much. Really, I was having, for the
Back.
past few days, I didn't know how to ask this question because it's a very personal question. But
No.
still, I asked today. Thank you so much. Hari Om, Swamiji.
Swamiji, can I ask a small question? ये प्रदोष काल रोज होता है क्या?
क्या?
ये प्रदोष काल जो आपने अभी बताया वो रोज होता है सनसेट के पहले?
प्रदोष काल जो एक्चुअल प्रदोष का जो समय, जब प्रदोष का जो व्रत है वो त्रयोदशी को ही होता है। प्रदोष काल
अच्छा,
हर रोज होता है।
फिर प्रदोष काल रोज रहता है कि खाली त्रयोदशी के दिन ही रहता है?
प्रदोष हो रोज होता है, लेकिन प्रदोष
अच्छा,
काल, प्रदोष व्रत उस दिन
हाँ,
होता
व्रत त्रयोदशी के दिन। थैंक यू सो मच। थैंक यू।
है। हरि ओम। थैंक यू एवरीवन।